I guess Lindsay here with Storybrook Family Farm. So Friday was a very busy day for me. That's why I didn't have a chance to film. So I ended up getting the rest of the wiring redone in the house. It's not 100% redone because I do still need to run new wiring all the way up into the attic and figure out how I'm getting into the attic, so then that way I can make it so we have all new lighting upstairs. But beyond that part of the electrical, everything else is done. So there used to be two like circuit breaker boxes things. I don't know technical terms. Like my dad showed me how to do all this stuff so I could do it, but in terms of like showing anybody or discussing it, not an electrician here. But so I was able to switch everything from this really old archaic box over to the newer box that was there and basically change out all of the breakers. So all the breakers in the house are completely brand new now, which that took, it's been a year's work of toiling away at the electrical and doing all these little things. But I also then added another outlet so that way our second fridge that's in our kitchen, it doesn't have to be ran off of an extension cord anymore. And I just basically played in the basement all day long. So it was very, very cold, very tiring, very, very frustrating. I am not a fan of doing electrical. It hurts my fingers pretty badly to do it. So thankfully the end is nigh with doing the electrical stuff. But all of the big danger stuff here has now been eradicated and done and dealt with and covered up, fixed, ripped out, all that. It's just all new. So that is a huge weight off of my chest because now I don't have to wake up panicking in the middle of the night thinking, oh my God, is our house going to burn down because of this crazy messed up breaker system that's down there. So that's been a huge relief of stress. Earlier on in the week, the front steps actually ejected Tracy off of them. So then that day I didn't want anybody else to trip or fall or slip off of them with all the rain. So I did rip all of them out. And I did start on Thursday. It's been really hard working outside because it keeps being raining. Like right now, today's supposed to get up in the mid 70s, which is amazing for Ohio weather right now. But it's actually supposed to storm this afternoon. So it's kind of a rush to try to hurry up and get stuff done outside so we can hurry up and, hide from the storm. But that's pretty much how all week has been of, you get an hour or so of a break of the rain and then you have to run back in. But so anyways, so I did start getting the new stringers put up for the front steps, but I decided that I couldn't really go any further because for one, I need one more stringer. For two, I need one more stringer hanger thingy. And for three, I decided that I want to just put all new treads on instead of reusing the old slippery algae covered treads that were already there. They're still in decent shape, so I could use them for other like homestead projects, but I don't really want to replace them with the same slippery mess that all of us have fallen down. If I'm going to do it, I want to just sort of do it the right way so I don't have to keep going back and redoing anything here. So we are going to have to go to Menards to pick up the other treads, and then we're also going to pick up some more sheets of OSB so that way I can, with all the rainy days, I can then work on redoing the rest of the flooring in the first level of the house, because that's kind of what we're waiting on, is me to be able to paint some rooms and then also get the OSB laid down as the subfloor so I can put the LVP flooring on top of that. We're also going to pick up some trim boards while we're there because when I took out the bathroom flooring and put new in, a bunch of the trim boards broke, so I have to just redo all the trim in there, which shouldn't be too costly. It'll probably just be like 2, maybe 3 trim boards I'll have to buy to replace them because it's not a very big space. And then we're also going to look at trim boards for in the living room as well, so I can keep marching forward with all of that. So this week is going to be a lot of indoor projects because, as you would have it in April, it's going to rain a lot more, which has been very frustrating and very difficult for homestead stuff because it has just been so much mud. It's just, both of our knees are like Tracy and mine, and we both have issues with our joints and our knees and stuff, and walking through 6 inches deep of mud to get anywhere to take care of the animals, it's really wearing on our bodies. So once it dries up here, we are going to order gravel. We were going to do that earlier in the spring, but we just never got around to it. Now we're kind of kicking ourselves every day that we haven't had the time to get gravel and to lay it out, and it's a mess. Everything here is a very, very big mess of work in progress stuff and just mud everywhere. It's insanity. So yeah, doing chores has not been fun. But anyways, so we did end up yesterday we got rid of some of our quail. We found someone that was interested in buying some quail, so we ended up meeting her and selling some quail off. So we are trying to actually get out of raising quail completely because we don't use them. We don't utilize them for anything. We've butchered quite a few of them. We've eaten quite a few of them, and the meat is good, but we raise chickens, we raise turkeys, we raise ducks, we raise rabbits. So it's all very similar type of products and stuff, to be quite frank. And all of them things, well, not rabbits, but everything else is laying eggs for us to consume also. So we're not eating the eggs either. So it's kind of silly for us to keep raising the quail. So if we still lived in town and had a teeny tiny space, like we would absolutely continue with the quail. But now that we don't have a need for them. But so we did get rid of some of the quail, and we actually got the small chicks they're about a month or so old, maybe a month and a half old. We did get them moved into the turkey pen. Well, it used to be a turkey pen. Now it's a chick nursery. So that is that gray tarped area over there. It's a dog kennel that was here when we got the place that we basically just put fencing over top of, and then fencing down at the bottom so nothing could dig underneath, and then so that way little chicks can't get in and out of it. So everybody's in there. We have, I think like 35, 37, something like that, young chicks that we hatched out. Most of them, the majority of them are roosters, so they're going to be, for the freezer and stuff. But so a lot of the young chicks, the young hens, they will be basically replacers for the older ones, and some of them we are planning on selling. So if you're local to us and you're looking for Bantam chickens that aren't day-old chicks from Tractor Supply, definitely get a hold of us, because we do have an abundance to get rid of, because we don't need to have like 100 chickens. That's just, do we like having that many? Yes. Do we need that many? No. But anyways, so the other things on the agenda, well, yesterday we also did do a hay run too. So yesterday was very busy, but today our hopes of what I can get done today is go to Menards, pick up the stuff we need to, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to do this quite yet, but I have to figure out a way to bust into the cement steps that are already there and the front steps that are basically falling apart, and they're uneven, they're sloped, they're not in good shape. But I have to basically trim down and cut a groove into them so then I can put the two other stringers into that groove, so then they can make steps. And then I got to put the treads on, because that's really high on my priority list today, because it has been kind of a pain in the butt to have to either use the back door and walk all the way around the house, or use the other front set of steps and then have to then walk all the way around the house to get to the cars, especially when it's raining. It's kind of been not so nice. So hopefully I can get that done. It's when we have to do a Menards run, it kind of takes up the entire day, because round trip, it's I think 58 miles round trip for us to go get supplies. So it's not an easy sort of a thing, and it kind of takes the entire day to do that. So hopefully we can get in, get out, get home, get things done before it starts storming, because we're supposed to have some pretty big storms tonight. So hopefully we can come out unscathed and we don't get as much rain as they're calling for, because it's too much. It's way too much water here. So anyways, I'm going to cut this short so that way I can get breakfast real quick, and then we can get scooting so we can hopefully get some things accomplished besides just going to the store. So if you guys are enjoying this content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.